Lines are brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thursday Night Football tonight. The Steelers face the Browns. 8:15. I saw your boy Bernie Kosar was talking that mess on social media. He's like, I kicked your ass for 9 years, Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Yep.
Bernie. 6 years.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Pittsburgh and Cleveland supposed to go at it like Miami and Florida State.
Yep.
Green Bay and Chicago. Minnesota and Green Bay. Yeah. If you don't like it, tough. You say what you want. This is
you get the Goosies tonight?
That depends.
What? I mean, pain.
Because here's the deal. There's other reasons why I don't like Pittsburgh now.
Because
Mika Fitzpatrick.
Okay. Big baby.
And Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think he's a good coach or anything. Because I just think that the way he handled Tua as a football coach was not the right way to go about it. Because in the end, here's how an organization works. Okay? It is the job of the front office, the GM, the scout coordinator, to all those people, right? To get the talent. It is the job of the coach and the coaching staff to get the most talent you possibly can out of that player. Right? And so from that standpoint, I think to call Tua or to think Tua was a bust that early in his career is not a very good coach.
Well,
like he's supposed to be showing him how to be the best version of himself.
Well, Tua won AFC Offensive Player of the Week, Leroy.
Cool.
How about that?
460, 469, and 6 touchdowns.
That's all it took, dude. That's all it took.
So how you think? Well, because here, Mika Fitzpatrick could win Defensive Player of the Year, and Tua is his arc is straight up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Brian Flores, how do you look at that? That you
know.
had 2 players who were really good that you either took a stand on or maybe made early judgment that wasn't right.
The other thing that Tua won was the MVP, Nickelodeon Valuable Player, and had stiff competition between Amon-Ra St. Brown, Stephon Diggs, and Tua. And Tua came out on top. The kids love Tua.
Here's the problem. I would have put Tyreek Hill above all of them.
Yeah, you might be right.
You see
Leroy.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you might be right.
Like if
maybe they didn't want to split the vote.
Right. If you put a receiver up, and maybe you can only have one per team too. So that's
maybe
enough.
I don't know. I mean,
but I'm gonna say if you put receivers up and you're not even acknowledging what Tyreek Hill did.
And not only that, you know, I mean, like, listen, it's being announced by a cartoon. You know, the Loud House is announcing the winner. So, you know, you ever watch the Snitchy Mouse ever watch the Loud House?
No.
In the Loud House, in the Loud House.
We watched the hell out of some Bubble Guppies though.
Oh,
and Dora the Explorer.
Well, yesterday after practice, J-Fig's going to bring this up for you. Tua got slimed. Nickelodeon style. Look at that. They slimed him.
You know what they did, right? They sent all that box of stuff.
Yes, they did.
The team know that he won it, and then they just bombarded him.
Got a trophy and everything. It looks like the Lombardi trophy, except it's a Nickelodeon orange blimp on top. Look, good for Tua. You know,
I like that.
Kids love Tua. Tua love the kids.
Daddy loves you guys.
Let's hear a little bit from Dolphins quarterback. Big game against the Buffalo Bills.
Except wasn't in that he was talking about his dogs.
That he was, yes. I don't think he has kids yet. The young man, he's only 23.
I know, but that's still funny.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa. Big matchup against the Bills, and Tua knows it.
We understand that they're a really good team. That's no secret. You know, everyone knows that they're a really good team. They're tough defensively. They're explosive offensively. So I wouldn't say that we have a measuring stick for how good that these guys are. Because you look at it, that their opening game, they beat the Super Bowl champions of last year. And they didn't just beat them, you know, it was it was by a lot. And the next team they played, really good team, they beat them by a lot. So for us, we're just looking at playing the way we play and playing the way we've played for the past 2 weeks. And we'll go out there, they'll get our best, and we'll get theirs.
All I heard there is, so the Bills are feeling themselves. Feeling themselves, dude. He's ready to get him.
I heard that yesterday, and I was like, Tobin somewhere in Buffalo was like, that's fear.
That's fear. They're all overlooking him. I'm telling you. It's good. You know what? You know, the mouse who is quietest strikes fiercest.
That's not true.
That's true.
That's not
true. It's the
That's
saying,
not a
dude. That's
saying.
what they
Because
say.
I don't think
In the NFL, those who make a stink in sports. So it's the direct opposite of what you just said.
Nah, that's for getting money, though, dude. I'm talking about getting wins.
It's even like, come on. Nobody
You ever
cares
dream-
about the nice comments about the other team. You want to hear some controversy.
You ever dream about getting slimed
No.
on like Double Dare?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
What?
It's a good
Dude,
show.
when I was a kid, we had like 1.5 cartoons, and I say half of one because they ain't even talk.
That's rough.
Here's a little more of Tua on his quarterback counterpart, Josh Allen. This is what Tua has to say about the old Bills QB.
Beast. I mean, he's a beast. I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, guy runs the ball when he needs to, extends plays with his legs. You know, he can get the ball down the field, and he gets the ball to his playmakers. You know, that's the biggest thing. But beast, guy's a beast.
Listen, he deserves all the accolades and the respect. But I will say this. You know, Buffalo's coming in here, heavy favorite, Super Bowl favorite. Tua Tagovailoa, he's coming off a big game, you know, so you guys feel like, oh, he can only go down from here. So what I'd say to Buffalo really is don't lose. Don't come in here and lose. Because you guys talk all that, and, oh, we're your daddies. Oh, we've won this many games in a row. Oh, this is going to be the year. But let's be honest about it, okay? You look in the mirror, you still haven't done anything yet. You're still the team that lost the Super Bowl 4 times. All right? That's your franchise recognition. So you come in here riding all fat and sassy like you've done something when you've done nothing. Don't lose to Tua. Because all of a sudden, you ain't the favorites anymore, Daddy. All right? There's a new favorite in town. New sheriff. But Leroy, don't lose. I'm not going to hear it. Everybody out here beating their chest. Rochester. Josh Allen. Oh, I'm so scared. Did you beat Tannehill? Tannehill. And you beat a team with a Super Bowl hangover. Okay? You ever tried to race somebody who's hungover? It's easy. So, this is your first, let's be honest about it. This is Buffalo's first real test, and they're saying it should be easy. Ergo, don't lose. Don't you come in here and lose to the Dolphins thinking that you're something hot when you're not. Ridiculous.
What are the odds Ryan Fitzpatrick attends the game?
Oh, he's banned from the building.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, he's not allowed to come in here.
Oh, he's definitely gonna be here.
He's not.
Isn't that where he wears he'll be here?
No, it's not
Or
Thursday
do they
night.
do it from studio?
No, he'll be there. We'll get to hear Ryan Fitzpatrick's opinions on Tua next Thursday night.
He does Thursday night. So
Yeah, a week from today, we'll get to hear
Right.
it was my team. Boo!
So he's gonna be in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Tua can't throw downfield. Tua can't do this. Me. Shut up.
You think they ask him about it? They go,
Let me tell you, can I tell you something right now, Ryan? This is the most honest thing I could say.
is it?
If Tua wanted to, okay, he could take that Thursday night job from you like that. If he wanted it. If they said, hey, Tua, would you want to do Thursday night football while you play football? And he'd say, yeah, absolutely. But Ryan Fitzpatrick can't be on the broadcast. They'd be like, no problem. So you're lucky he doesn't even want to broadcast.
So can I
that
get,
he wants
let me
to
get this
quarterback.
straight. To make your point, you made Tua just not a nice person.
If he wanted to be, not nice.
Like,
if he wanted,
you made Tua something he has never been.
dude,
just to
if he
prove your
wanted
point.
to, no. But if he wanted to, he could take that job from Ryan Fitzpatrick too.
Sure.
He could take it too. He could take it Tua.
Got to tell you, my heartbeat is at 55 beats per minute. I just counted.
Is that slow?
Hmm?
Is that slow?
No, it's for me. It's a little. I'm usually right around 50.
We're losing them.
Don't you have a normally like slow heart rate?
We're losing them.
Who's losing them? How
55.
long is this thumb hurting, dude? I'm wide awake.
Yep.
I don't know about driving yet, though.
Well, I could see that being a challenge.
Yeah.
I could just hang it out the car, but
Good.
I can't put it in the car.
Why not? Oh, because it's too crunched.
It's too big. No, the pad. So it'd just be sitting out in the car.
Oh, you're gonna be hanging the pad out the window too?
Yeah,
I feel like that's obstructing your view or something like that.
how?
I don't know, man. I saw one thing on Full House. Kimmy Gibbler was airing her socks out of the window. She got arrested. Her and DJ. It was rough, man. I don't want you to get arrested. Full House is real.
-1.
I
Yeah.
just don't want him to get arrested.
-1.
Back after this. Very cool. Evan 11 wants to know how much pain, Leroy,
Um,
on a rank from 1
it
to
this
Mr.
way.
T.
Ooh,
I have to take the pain pills to get 210.
Jeez.
yikes.
Like,
At
it's,
least you didn't have to sit in that hospital and they would be like, what's your ranking of pain right now? Frowny face? Frowny face or happy face?
Yeah.
dude, and like for any of you who've had surgery, right when you get done with surgery and you go home and you say, oh, it doesn't feel that bad. That's because the good hasn't wore off yet.
Kilroy just goes, hand surgery is a mother bleeper.
Hand down, man down. I'm like,
After you sent that picture
I'm
yesterday,
hurt.
Oh, man.
And because they tell you keep it above your heart. Well, listen, I put it on the ceiling. It ain't helping. It ain't helping.
Know what it is? You got to drink on those pain pills, and everything will go away.
Oh, my God. That's not a good idea.
I'm like,
don't listen to Marcos.
hey, I've considered it.
I give
But it's
advice.
only
Wow.
the only thing that kind of got me away from it is it's only 9:00 and Peanut was in the room.
Nah.
If you guys are just tuning in, Ime Udoka is apparently facing a lengthy suspension, according to multiple reports.
What's
because
lengthy though?
I don't know.
Once
I mean,
for this,
Especially in basketball.
I don't know. It said it's
And they're not firing him, so they're not gonna be too harsh.
Well, I mean, he lost Nia Long, right? That's your punishment.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently. Robert Griffin III has chimed in. He says,
I know. Days South, you're right. That's the hood right there. Put
Tussin.
some tussin on it.
if you are more upset about Ime Udoka and the Celtics situation than Brett Favre stealing millions in welfare from the poorest people in our country in Mississippi, then you are part of the problem.
We had that conversation.
We talked about that, RG3. You're a take stealer.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my take. That I stole from someone else.
But we appreciate all the Tua support, RG3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our guy.
I saw. Well, did you see what RG3's wife apparently runs his social media account? And so she made a TikTok calling out all the women who are sliding into his DMs because they don't know that she runs the account, which I gotta say is a pretty smart move by RG3's wife.
Yeah.
I didn't really think RG3 had a bunch of women.
Well, I
sliding
didn't.
DMs.
I mean, probably not anymore. I mean, you think there's a lot of Fox groupies?
You
That's
think
what I was
people
wondering.
care? Hold on. We make it sound like people that we walk this earth with have morals. So I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
You think if somebody wanted to get in there, you think they care that his wife runs a social media account? They thinking he might look.
It's fair.
Like, come on, man. People are people.
People are people.
Stop it. And for her to think she's scaring them off. We just told a story of a guy who had a relationship in the building, and his significant other is Nia Long. You think it's out of the picture? Come on.
Let's get to a little McCoaching, huh? Mike McDaniel.
I'm gonna say this: if it's true, and you were cheating, because there's been rumors that they were broke up anyway, right? If it's true, she better be better than Nia Long.
Well,
all you guys who get caught with girls that are less than what you have, shame on you.
The Steve Phillips.
Yeah, shame on him.
Ken Dorsey, Hurricanes legend. He is the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. He took over for Brian Daboll. He was their quarterbacks coach last year. Ken Dorsey, good track record of quarterbacks, by the way. Cam Newton, best season with Ken Dorsey. Josh Allen turns it around significantly. His quarterback coach, Ken Dorsey. So now Ken Dorsey's calling the plays, which is pretty crazy because he was like, wasn't he the assistant athletic director at FIU like 3 years ago?
Yep.
How was that guy out of the pro game when he had the Cam Newton on his resume? Anyway, he's doing it again. Mike McDaniel, a lot of respect for Ken Dorsey.
I respect really thin ballers because, like, if you're balling in a bunch of chaos, it means you're kind of fearless. Otherwise, because you'd probably break. So as a player, I loved him. As a coach, it's been very impressive just because it's no tall task to replace the guy replaced. Offense has had a ton of success. So, that is a subconscious burden. You're interested to see how people react to that. I think what's been obvious on tape, and I don't know him personally, but watching the tape is he's not just doing what they've done, which I respect, and take some guts. I think he's done what they do well, and then it's obvious that he's locked into what the quarterback likes, but he's also you can tell he's working at it because there's different presentations of things and different concepts week in, week out, which is very telling to me.
There you go.
That's offensive football right there, right? Being able to do the same things out of different looks, because defenses react to your every motion, the groupings you have out there, where you are on the field. They adjust to all that. And you might be running one of your same basic plays. So when he says presentation, right, it's pretty, that is the sign of a good coach, that you can stay consistent with what you're doing, but do it from a number of different ways.
Yeah,
we only look that. Offensive football only has five run plays and 5 quality pass plays, right? But it's run out of 10 or 15 different formations, motions, or what have you. And to a defense, that looks like 150 different plays.
And you always say defenses are stupid.
They're stupid. I had a conversation with Tyvis Powell when I did the thing in Cleveland. And he's talking about when the guy go in motion, we have a signal, danger, danger. I'm like, y'all panicking and we just laughing at y'all. Like, because we ain't doing nothing. That guy could go in motion, do something like send Tyreek Hill way outside in motion, and the whole defense hyperventilate because it's Tyreek Hill, and then run a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, Tua was saying yesterday on the pre-snap motion, he said one of the plays instance was when Chase Edmonds ran the ball in the fourth quarter. He had that great run on 2nd and 1.
Right.
He was he said, we've been running a certain play where I keep the ball and I just dish it out to guys. The motion gets the guys out of their gap. Chase was able to run, get a tremendous amount of yards. So that's kind of how we do it to complement the other plays.
Right. And when people say we knew exactly what our plays were, that only means this: presentation. That means that you lined up the same way and ran the same plays, right? There was no, and being creative doesn't necessarily mean you're running different plays. Creativity is based on how you present the same plays to give the appearance that there's something that you're not accustomed to doing. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for what coaches and how coaches go about that, because it's so much easier to learn an offense when you're learning the same plays but out of different formations and not learning new plays all the time.
You going with like one-handed snacks now for eating? Like, what are you gonna do, dude?
Let me tell you.
Because you were very hungry yesterday.
Oh, dude, I managed to make a sandwich. I can make a sandwich, but here's what I did yesterday, because I know the difficulties of doing this, because I did it with a shoulder, I did it with a hand, so I understand. So I went to Publix, right? Guess what I bought at Publix before my surgery?
What'd you buy?
Squirt bottles, squirt mayo, squirt ketchup.
I gotta tell you, that's pretty genius. Pretty good by you.
Hey, you know, when a person likes to eat, they figure stuff out, right? So I did that, right? I got my toaster, I got the meat, but I didn't get a slice thin. I got a slice a little bit thicker so I could pick one off with one hand. I ain't got to hold that in the shred. So like we got to make some adjustments.
You went prepared.
Yeah,
He did.
I like it.
but here's what I didn't prepare for. On a scale from 1 to 10, the best pain I would experience would be a 10.
Jeez.
I cannot, like, I can't, anytime I sit still or I don't talk or I don't do something, I'm not busy, it hurts more. So I knew I was going to feel like this. That's why I said I'm definitely doing the show on Thursday, because otherwise I'd just be laying around in pain.
Here's a little bit more from Mike McDaniel, and this is him talking about the challenge of taking on a guy like Josh Allen.
We've all been witnesses to, he's steadily become, one of the best players in the National Football League. Easily could argue he's the best one. And that it's not because he's God's gift. It's because he's unbelievably talented, but it's because you can tell more than that. It's because he works at his craft. He's developing every time he's on the field. He's a really, really good player that you'll never, I don't think, see him stopped necessarily. It's about minimizing and containing.
Man, that's scary. I don't picture Josh Allen as working at his craft, though. He doesn't strike me as a models guy,
What?
Yeah, with working at your craft, like I feel like, it's very artistic. I feel like Josh Allen's just like a bull, lifting rocks.
Well, I mean, what do you do? What do you do about his accuracy?
I don't know. He's done a good enough job.
Good enough. He turned it around. That never happens. An inaccurate quarterback never becomes that much more accurate.
We'll see.
Doesn't happen.
Hopefully the Xavier Howard injury is nothing, huh?
Great. It's a little
scared about that.
Can't
have another guy in the secondary go down.
Do you need your groin?
I mean, he was in chase mode a lot.
Yeah, he did get roasty toasty. But it's Wednesday. Can't put anything in a Wednesday practice.
Dropped the pick 6 too.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's okay. He's allowed. He's allowed to. How many games?
By the way,
did
you see this show pony? Tom Brady was out here and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take every Wednesday off," and then like first Wednesday he's back out there practicing. Like, dude, say what you mean what you say.
So wait. So here. You ready? You ready? Here's what happened. So he's gonna say, "Well, I felt the team wasn't where we need to be, and there was some kinks we need to work out. So I can't just take that day off. I need to work at it." And they're going to be, "Tom Brady, you're the GOAT. Oh, you're the best. You understand?" Not even considering the fact that, hey, man, nobody takes any days off during the week. The fact that you're getting a day off is the absolute opposite of what you're saying.
Just had a day off. Tuesdays off. You get back-to-back days?
Can I just tell you,